My girlfriend lied about our baby. Turns out it was her boss's child all along. I, 28M, was with my girlfriend, 25F, for nearly 2 years. Things were good until she told me she was pregnant. We'd always been careful, and she claimed to be on birth control, but I went to a doctor's appointment with her to confirm. It felt like one of those rare situations you hear about. I've always wanted a family, so even though this wasn't how I'd pictured it, I was genuinely excited. We got through the first trimester, and she insisted on moving in with me. We started planning everything: the baby's room, finances, how she swore she could balance working from home after the baby arrived. I attended every doctor's appointment, never missing a single one. Everything seemed fine until it wasn't. In the third trimester, she asked me to wait outside for part of her appointment. That was a first. Concerned something was wrong with the baby, I asked why, but she brushed it off. Red flag? Absolutely. But I let it go. Then came the secretive behavior. Hushed phone calls, cryptic texts. She blamed it on work stuff. Still, I noticed apps like Snapchat and Kik on her phone. Something wasn't right, but I didn't confront her. Not yet. When the baby was born, I was overwhelmed with emotion. Holding that baby, I thought my world was complete. But then she started pressuring me to sign the birth certificate, like really pushing, more than you'd expect. That was the red flag I couldn't ignore. I refused. We argued, but she eventually dropped it. Back home, fate handed me her unlocked phone while she was tending to the baby. Curiosity, or maybe survival instinct, took over. What I found gutted me. Conversations with another man, updates on every appointment, baby pictures, and then the bombshell. I think it's your child. I confronted her. She broke down, admitted the baby might not be mine, but thought it was. Thought? That wasn't good enough. I demanded a paternity test and left. The results came in a week later. Not my kid. She's now living with her mother. But here's where it gets worse. After some deep digging, I discovered the father, her boss, a married man with a wife and 4 kids in middle and high school. All that secrecy? To protect him. I found his wife on Facebook and sent her everything: texts, baby pictures, screenshots, every last piece of evidence. Now, I'm devastated. I dodged a bullet, but it doesn't feel like it. My trust is shattered. My heart's in pieces. I honestly don't know how I'll ever recover from this betrayal. Update: I still haven't spoken to her. I can't. Every time I think about picking up the phone or responding to her texts, that betrayal hits me like a truck. Part of me aches for that baby. I bonded with them, held them, thought they were mine. That's the cruelest part. Loving a child that's not yours, and realizing you've been living a lie. It's devastating. She's still trying to reach me. Calls, texts, even emails. Is it guilt? Regret? Love? Honestly, I don't care anymore. She's dead to me. Now about him, the homewrecker father. After I sent everything to his wife, there was radio silence for days. I thought maybe she'd decided to sweep it under the rug until I heard from my ex that he got fired. Turns out, sleeping with your subordinate and lying to your family catches up to you. Karma's real. His picture-perfect life is now shattered. The funny part about that is that he is blaming her for his downfall. Typical. No accountability. He won't even look at her now, let alone have anything to do with the baby. What a spineless coward. Ruin 2 lives and then vanish? Absolutely pathetic. A little over a week later, his wife finally reached out. Her voice? You could hear the heartbreak dripping from every word. She apologized for my pain. Meanwhile, she's dealing with betrayal, a broken home, and explaining to her kids why their father's living in a motel. Yeah, she kicked him out. Good for her. Their kids know. The whole town knows. His reputation is burned to ash. My ex still works there, at least for now. But word travels fast in small offices. She's actively job hunting, trying to escape the storm she brewed. No one wants to sit next to the woman who wrecked a family and betrayed her boyfriend. Can't say I feel bad. As for me, I'm just numb. The shock hasn't worn off. Holidays are coming up, and I'm supposed to be merry? Yeah, right. I see happy couples, families with kids, and I feel like I've been punched in the chest. I lost something I thought was mine. That's a grief I wasn't ready for. Everyone says, it'll get better, time heals. I know they mean well, but when you've been blindsided this hard, time feels like it's standing still. Right now, I'm done with dating, with trusting, with letting anyone in, ever again.